What if I told you that something as ordinary as baking soda, yes, the same stuff in your kitchen, might actually help slow down aging? Not because it changes your pH or does something magical, but because it might calm down your immune system when it gets a little too dramatic. Sounds wild, right? Let me explain. Aging isn't just about getting older. It's about what happens inside your body over time. One of the biggest culprits is something called chronic inflammation. Imagine your immune system as your body's security team. When something's wrong, like an infection or injury, it jumps into action. That's a good thing. But sometimes the security team gets stuck in high alert mode, even when there's no real threat. It starts picking fights with your own body. This slow-burning background inflammation messes with everything. It's been linked to Alzheimer's, heart disease, arthritis, diabetes, even some types of cancer. And it all starts with these old, tired cells your body collects over time. They're called senescent cells. Think of them like grumpy neighbors who refuse to move out, don't help with anything, and throw trash over your fence. Worse, they send out bad vibes to the healthy cells around them, making them age faster too. Your immune system notices this and tries to clean them up. It sends in special cells called macrophages, like the janitors of your immune system. These janitors get overwhelmed and start yelling for backup. They call in more immune cells and release chemical signals, kind of like flares, asking for help. But instead of solving the problem, this creates chaos. More cells show up, more inflammation builds up, and your body ends up in a loop, constantly attacking itself. This can damage your brain, joints, blood vessels, and more. Over time, this contributes to all those old age problems. Doctors now try to stop this inflammation by prescribing powerful medications, especially for autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis or Crohn's disease. These drugs can work, but they're expensive and come with side effects. Now here's where things get interesting. In 2018, scientists found something surprising. In a study, people who drank a small amount of baking soda every day, just 2 grams mixed in a glass of water, showed less inflammation. Their immune cells chilled out. Specifically, those angry macrophages calmed down, and the peacekeeping cells, called regulatory T cells, became more active. These Treg cells are like the wise elders of your immune system. They make sure everyone stays calm and doesn't overreact. So how does baking soda do this? First, a quick reminder from chemistry class. Baking soda reacts with stomach acid. When you mix the two, they fizz and bubble, releasing water, salt, and carbon dioxide gas. That's why your stomach might feel a little gassy if you chug it too fast. But something else happens too. This reaction sends a tiny electrical signal to the lining of your stomach. That signal travels through a thin layer of cells that also covers your organs, kind of like plastic wrap for your insides. These cells, surprisingly, can pass electrical messages, almost like mini nerve cells. The signal reaches your spleen, which is like a command center for your immune system. There, it tells the macrophages to stop being so aggressive and encourages those Treg cells to step in and restore balance. All of this from a glass of baking soda water. Now let's talk about how to actually do it safely. The people in the study took 2 grams of baking soda, that's about half a teaspoon, and mixed it into a regular glass of water. Then they sipped it slowly, not chugged, not on the run. Sipped. Why slowly? Because remember, this creates gas in your stomach. Drink it too fast and you might feel like a balloon at a birthday party. Also, it's probably best to drink it on an empty stomach so the reaction happens more efficiently. But even if you don't, it's still doing something. The cool part? It's safe for most people. Unless you have certain kidney issues or are on a low-sodium diet, 2 grams of baking soda a day is considered very low risk. Worst case? A little stomach discomfort. But the potential benefit? You might be helping your immune system cool down, reducing inflammation, and possibly even delaying some of those age-related problems. Of course, baking soda isn't magic. It won't replace eating healthy, moving your body, or getting good sleep. But it could be a simple, cheap, and surprisingly powerful tool to add to your routine. So the next time you see that box of baking soda sitting in your cupboard, maybe don't just think about cookies or cleaning the sink. Think about your immune system. Think about balance. And maybe think about adding a little science-backed fizz to your morning. Thanks for listening. And here's to feeling younger, longer.